the breath to our body. So let's stay here in our present moment and make just sure that everything from the past doesn't count anymore right now. Also the future, the hope, it might be bright, but also this we cannot know at that moment. So just also let the future be in the future. So with your eyes closed and a long spine on an inhale through the nose, and in Jhana Mudra, our fingers, with an exhale out of the mouth, feeling the roundness of the spine and the sitting bones getting deeper to the mat. We one more inhale through the nose, filling the lungs with fresh air. And then one more exhale everything out to let go. We inhale here and counting in silence until 4 or 5. And then through the nadis, we will bring the air out of the nadis out and counting to 4 to 5. Continue now focusing just on the breath. Maybe starting a rough sound of an ocean for Mujai breathing to warm up our inner us. When you breathe in silence and counting, maybe you feel this inner peace you create through connecting breath to the body. And even doing this for 5 minutes, just meditating as just following your breath and how the body moves. So just calm your soul and your body down. From here, very gentle, open your eyes, stay with that breath. And maybe you have a yoga belt to your side. And then hold it wide, like shoulder wide, and feel even more this lengthening through an inhale breath in your spine. From here, we want to circle over to your right side and feel this nice opening. Maybe connecting the hand to the floor and maybe twisting a little bit over that rib cage, and maybe with eyes still closed or a little view following that fingertips reaching to the sky. From here, make a big circle forward and still find a connection to the ground. And just the opposite side stretches out. Maybe your drishti is following those fingertips up, and maybe you can rotate with every exhale here a little bit more to the side. Find a nice stretch in your sides. And then one more big exhale, rounding that spine, circling to the front. And then one more inhale. We slowly come to that nice side bend and reaching up to the universe. One more exhale here, we circle. And then slowly one more side bend, opposite side. We want to start gently and easy, warming up the body and finding the connection here. And with a little smile on the face, slowly circle forward. Feel this roundness. And then slowly roll yourself back up. Inhale. And come to this nice extension while you circle the arms to the back. And then one more time, bring the arms up. Find this roundness on an exhale. And then one more inhale here. Circle the arms, warm up the shoulders. Last very one, find that exhale breath. And then slowly bring the belt to your side. Come with me onto all fours position. Find your hands under the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Thumb and index are an L. And knees are under the hips. We want to round the lower spine, especially in our cat. And we want to inhale, open the chest like in a little up dog. And then one more exhale, find that Mula Uddiyana Bandha activated and Jalandhara Bandha. And then one more inhale here. Shift the shoulders really away from the ears. And then exhale round one more time. On an inhale, right arm, left leg for your birdie dog reaches up, hold. And then lower and lift. One breath per movement. And with the last one, you just hold. Find to reach more with the fingertips and the toes away. And then exhale, find this roundness here and hold with a little pressure against that inner knee. And then one more inhale here, hold. Find the length, reach out, give your vertebra space in between. And then exhale, find that roundness with a little pressure here. One more inhale here, grow and lengthening from your crown chakra even more. And then exhale, hold and round and press with a little pressure to activate more your core. From here, one more inhale, lengthening, and then slowly release your hand. Bend your back leg to 90 degrees, and we're getting like a fire hydrant to the side. And find little circles here for 3, 2 more, and 1. From here, we want to step with that foot forward, and we want to just find a nice twist in our upper body. Hold here. Your drishti, your gaze, are following those fingertips up. Hold here, twist even a little bit more over that rib cage with an exhale breath. And then slowly bring your hand back down. From here, we want to reach up, growing tall. Lean back, hands in Anjali Mudra for a prayer. And find this nice extension in that heart chakra, bringing it parallel to the universe. Maybe the view is following your backhand. Yes, lean a little bit more back with consciousness and confidence. And then one more exhale here. Bring that hands forward. From here, trying to shift your foot forward and come to that nice flexion. From here, keep your spine long. Maybe the hands can be completely to the mat. It's not about forcing, leaning over that leg, but try to maybe find that long spine and that open heart looking to those toes. If you feel ready, you can get onto your forearms, but make sure you take your time. So whatever feels good for you, maybe you're short in the back of your leg, hold here and breathe into it with an open chest. One more inhale here, try to shift the hips even, and then from here, very gentle, bring that foot slowly to the back. We are back in all fours, lifting now opposite arm and leg up for a birdie dog. We lift and we lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. 2 more times here. And hold. Find that exhale, round your spine, knee to that elbow. Find that little pressure. And then find that length again. Push the finger and the toes away. Give yourself space in the vertebrae. And then exhale, round. Press against that inner knee. And then one more inhale here. Last exhale. We hold and press, fire a little bit up that core. Even more roundness, even the knee more to the chest. And then one more inhale here and hold. Find that length. And then slowly bring that hand under your shoulder, bend that back leg, and circle for 3 in that fire hydrant position. Feel this nice circle warm up in those hips for 2 more. 1 more. And then slowly from here, step that foot forward. Open for that nice twist, rotate over that rib cage. Follow those fingers, your energy line to universe. And find that breath with an exhale, more rotation. One more inhale here. And then exhale, bring that hand back down. So let's shift our leg forward and bring it to a nice flexion. Make sure the chest is open, your anahata is looking towards those toes, and find your right hip more to the back. So make sure the hips are even and just enjoy with every breath of letting go and finding more stretch in the back of the legs. You might either stay here, what's totally fine, and you will sink even more into that stretch with every exhale, or maybe getting onto your forearms, keeping those connections. So wherever you are, stay there and breathe for 2 more, and find really the shoulders away from your ears. One more time here, and then slowly bring that foot back. Find this nice extension, hands to prayer. Lift, grow tall. Maybe the view is following to those Anjali Mudra hands. One more inhale here. And then exhale, hands to the ground. Step back to all fours. From here, you will tuck those back toes under. Maybe hands a little smidge forward. And then slowly come onto your toes. Find this nice stretch one more time in the back of the legs. Maybe lift those toes up. And then just roll one off the other back down. So bend your knees. And then from here, straighten it one more time. And bend it one more time back. And then lengthening and straighten it. From here, come to your toes. Lift your heel high up. And we will walk forward to the top of the mat, and we stay in our forward fold. Just stay here, maybe hands to the elbows, and just give your head a little force and back while you feel this lengthening in the back of the legs, leaning over those legs. The view is to your shin bones, maybe a little bit, a nice little swinging for the beginning, and to the left and the right, opening one more time that nice side bend stretch we did in a seated position before. And then slowly from here, release your hands. And then from here, maybe micro bend in your legs, you will roll yourself back up. And find a big inhale. Find with your left hand the right wrist and over cross with your right foot, the left foot. And give yourself more space in the side for one more time here. Maybe the view's following up to the sky. Don't drop that head forward. Breathe into it for 2 more. Last one. And then slowly change. And one more inhale here. Change the right hand to the left wrist. And then just that foot behind your standing right leg and lean over. Follow the view, lean a little bit more into it. Find a nice side bend. All the toes are spreading wide for strong standing here. And then come back to center. Leave your hands in prayer, bring them interlaced up to the sky and lean a little bit more back. Open those fingers shoulder wide and then slowly dive down forward on an exhale for Uttanasana. Lift your heart for Uttana Tadasana. And then from here, bend your legs, step far back. And then slowly, one more time, lift up, inhale. Find this nice heart opening. One more inhale here. And then exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck your back toes under, step forward, Roll back up, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, circle the arms up. One more time, left hand to the right wrist. Step back behind your foot. Lean over for that side bend. Breathe into it. Follow the view to the sky. And then come back to center. Swap the hand. Right hand to the left wrist. Left foot behind the right. And find this nice side bend. Even a little bit more. And then back to center, hands to prayer, lean back, interlace them one more time, find this nice extension, and then circle the arms to the back, interlace here, chest is open, shoulders are low, and come into the forward fold, Uttanasana, with your hands maybe over the head, the views to the shin bones, and then maybe energy line out of those index fingers. Hold here. Last two. One more time here. And then slowly micro bend in your knees, hands to the side. Left foot steps far back, knee to the ground. And then open up in this nice extension. One more time, hands in prayer. Find this nice heart opening to the universe. Two more inhales here. Last very one. And then exhale, hands to the ground, tuck your back toes under, step forward, and then roll yourself one more time up for Tadasana. Inhale, interlace your hands, find this nice extension. Exhale, interlace the hands to the back, shoulder shift low into Uttanasana, forward fold. Breathe into it, last very two. One more time here. Bend your legs. And then from here, step back into your yogi plank. And then over knee, chest and chin. Get into your baby cobra here. Hold here, elbows close to the side. And then from here, slowly interlace your hands to the back. Lift those legs up for Shalabhasana. Hold here for four more. Last three. Two more. One more time here. Slowly hands next to the side, back to Bhujangasana, and then slowly into Malasana. Child pose. Hold here to connect back to the breath. Maybe the breath was a little bit intense. Bring it back to the same length. And then from here, tuck your back toes under and back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. On your next inhale, right leg lifts high up. Bend your leg, circle here, your leg for three, two more. Draw a nice circle to the side, last very one. And then from here, just find knee to the chin, rounding that spine. And then inhale, come back. From here, bend one more your leg. We are dropping, flipping our dog for wild thing. Just find that nice opening here. One more breath here. Find that heart more open. And on an exhale, bring that hand back to the mat, into your down dog, three-legged. And then inhale and exhale. Step far forward. From here, we opening the right arm and twisting, coming on the outer side of our toes, following those fingers to the universe, and staying here for the last very three. Two more. One more. From here, exhale, cartwheel that hand to the ground, stepping back into your yogi plank, either knee, chest and chin, shifting forward, Bhujangasana into Urdhva Mukha, your up dog. On an exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana here. Inhale, left leg lifts high up. Bending your leg and give me those nice little circles here. For the last 3, 1 breath. And exhale. 2 more. 1 more. And then inhale. Knee to the chin, rounding your spine. Exhale, shoot back to 3-legged. Bend your leg 1 more time. And then flip your dog into a wild thing. Open your heart. Breathe into it for 2. 1 more inhale here. And then slowly exhale. Cartwheel that hand to the ground into 3-legged dog. Knee to that chin, rounding that spine. Stepping forward. Twisting, coming on the outside of our feet. Breathe for 3. 2 more. 1 more inhale here. Cartwheel your hands back. Step back to your Chaturanga Dandasana, either over that knee, chest, chin, into Urdhva Mukha. From here, exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right leg lifts high up. Knee to the chin, round that spine, stepping in between your hands. Right hand on the inside, getting into our Parva Konasana. Hold here. Find this nice side bend and the rotation over our rib cage. Breathing for 3 into it. 2 more. 1 more inhale here. And then slowly bring the hands back down. Getting into lizard here. Either holding here, or if this is available, bring your forearms down, but keep your chest really open. Last 2. Keep a strong back leg. 1 more inhale here. And then come back to your hands. From here, walk your foot inside and bending your leg for your pigeon Kapotasana. Either you need a block under your booty to be more even in your hips. Let's see if this is available for you without. Whatever feels good. And then maybe taking 1 block and then bringing your hands onto it. And then stay here and breathe into your side of your glutes. Stay for 3 more here. Maybe walking that back leg straight back. Don't arch that ankle, it's all in one line. And if you can even sink deeper, you can also bring the head to the block and just let go, flexing the foot in the front, protect your knee here in your half pigeon. Last very 2. 1 more inhale here. And then slowly come back to your hands under the shoulder blocks to the side. And then from here, very gentle, tuck your back toe under and get into that 3-legged dog. Give that leg a little shake. And then from here, maybe over your 3-legged dog into Urdhva Mukha, up dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Left leg lifts high up. Knee to the chin, rounding your spine, stepping in between, and then getting into Pajva Konasana. Hold here, stay for the last 3. 2 more. 1 more inhale here, and then exhale. Cartwheel those hands to the ground, getting into our lizard. Connect that knee to the upper arm. Stay in the chest open, back strong, leg maybe staying there or getting a little bit further under the forearms. Keep that posture, what is available for you today. Don't force anything. Keep that 2 more breathings here. 1 more. And very gentle, come back to your hands. Bring one hand on the outside and just wiggle your foot into the half pigeon for the opposite side. Move a little bit back. Eyes are taking 1 block under your glutes. If you're a little tight today like me, maybe hands to the block. Find that long back foot or coming onto the forearms and just resting that head on the block to keep your focus on that nice letting it go in that hip opening. Stay here for the last 3. 2 more. 1 more inhale here. And then very gentle, lifting that head, coming onto your hands, and then maybe removing the blocks. And then from here, tuck that back toe really under and getting into that 3-legged dog. Give your leg a little shake, and then over your 3-legged dog, you will come into your chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, and then exhale, Adho Mukha, Svanasana here. From here, drishti forward jump step or float into Utkatasana. From here, hands in Anjali Mudra. We are twisting, we're zipping those knees together, keeping those hips even, breathing for 3 into that nice twist. Last very 2. 1 more inhale here. Getting back to center. Bring the arms up. And then 1 more exhale, twisting to the opposite side. Hold here. Breathe into for 3. 2 more. And 1 more inhale here. Back to center. And then slowly come to a seated position. And then just getting into a nice rotation, bending one leg, and then finding with the same hand for a nice rotation, that twist. The view is over the back shoulder. Breathe into it for the last 3. 2 more. One more inhale here. Come back to center. Just find that nice stretch in your leg. Elbow wide out. Hold, hold, hold. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then slowly release. Find that opposite leg. Bend it. Same hand. Find your big toe. And find this rotation for the opposite side. Strong leg in the front. Press the heel to the mat and find more rotation for the last 3 in your rotary seat. Last 2. One more inhale here. Find the length and the growth in your spine. And then very gentle, come back. Find with your peace fingers your big toe. Elbow far wide out. Long spine. Breathe for 3 into it. Last 2. One more inhale here. And then slowly bring that foot down to the ground. From here, find yourself with your hands behind the knees in flexion, rolling down very gentle, vertebra by vertebra to the mat. And then from here, getting into our bridging, interlacing our hands, Setu Bandhasana, keeping those knees connected. Don't drop them to the side. Just want to open one more our heart here, rolling the shoulders really under the back. Last 3. 2 more. One more inhale here. And then slowly release your hands. Grab one foot, bend it. Find the hands on the outside, getting into our happy baby. So you want to bring the spine really flat to the mat, not rolling up. It's like you want to bring the knees to your armpits and stay here for 3 breathers. Either you're getting into a rocking baby, massaging your lumbar spine in the back, or just holding here, whatever feels good. Last 2. One more inhale here. And then gentle, bring that right foot in the corner of the mat, open the right palm, armpits are free. And then the opposite leg, armpit is free. And just keeping here, calming the breath down, feeling the belly is just lifting up gentle in a slow motion. Everything is relaxed in your Shavasana. Your lips, your eyelids are soft over each other. Your tongue is loose in your mouth. Everything is relaxed. Just stay here for some minutes. I will say namaste, much health, much wealth, much love to you.